Oh, hey there, folks. Son E-Man here. So you guys know that I'm doing a lot of these videos all at the same time. So don't think I'm been wearing the same shirt for weeks at a time because it's not true. I just got this shirt, I think, today. It was a selector. Oh, let's see here. Select your turtles. Yep, there we go. Select your turtles. Yep, kind of a round feller, so yep, a little bit. All right, I want to talk about, let's see, the three Sonics. Yeah, what is it we got? I got Sonic 1, um, complete, I think. Let me open it up and say. Yeah, I wanted to get these because they were complete. I kind of like to get them complete if I can, but not a whole lot. Oh, we got the case and the game. Of course, not for resale. Yeah, of course, as many of you know, this was well, this was one. This was sold with the original Genesis. I think there was a Genesis bundle that had Altered Beast, and I think Sonic was the new type of bundle. The first game, of course. Not for resale, was a lot of those times this came as was a pack-in title. I know it's amazing pack-in titles that. Yeah, I don't think this cost anything. I guess maybe that's why they did the not for resale. Yeah, this is cool. Sonic, the original game started it all. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Another not for resale. Yeah. I remember getting the Genesis bundle that had Sonic the Hedgehog 2 bundled with it. Yeah. Well, of course, as many as you know, Sonic was the mascot of Sega, so if you had a Sega Genesis console, you were going to play Sonic. Let's see, I guess complete. Well, not complete. Yeah, Sonic 1 wasn't really complete because it didn't have the instructions, but pretty close to complete. I think this one is probably. Oh, yeah, we got Sonic 2 complete. Yeah, we got the instruction booklet. We even got the poster advertising the Sega CD. I do have a Sega CD, so I should have talking about having that too. Some people would like me talking about it. Okay, I'll talk about the Sega CD later on, but yeah, complete Sonic 2 at least. Then we have Sonic 3. That one of my favorite Sonic games, Sonic 3. Let's see how complete we are. Oh man. Yeah, this box has seen better days. Get a replacement box from. Nope. Oh yeah, I have the game. I just don't. This is not in there at the moment. Those were the three the three Sonic games. First three. I think the first one is a little bit iffy, but I love the second one. And the third one, I think it's cool. We did have a fourth game, a fourth Sonic game on the Genesis. Oh yes, we had Sonic and Knuckles. It's cool about the lock on because it's like, well, Sonic 3 was technically an incomplete game, so you could say Sonic and Knuckles would be kind of considered DLC. Yeah, if this was made now, we would consider Sonic and Knuckles like DLC that was added to Sonic 3. Sonic 3 was technically an incomplete game. I guess they ran out of time and had like half the game was missing. So Sonic and Knuckles kind of fills in that gap, I think. And also allowed you to finally be able to play as Knuckles. Yeah, I think this was like probably the first game where you could actually play as Knuckles through the whole game. Well, hence the name Sonic and Knuckles, because it was when Knuckles finally debuted. But yeah, the lock-on technology, much like how the Game Genie works, it would have like like plug you can plug Sonic 2 on here and be able to play as Knuckles through the levels and stuff. I think plug Sonic 1 on, it doesn't do anything. Well, you can also play all the 3D special stages, so you can get good at doing that, so you get the Chaos Emeralds. But the biggest thing you can do with this is you plug Sonic 3 onto it, and ta-da! It's Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, it's like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, and you can actually play through Sonic 3 and then instantly come right to Sonic and Knuckles. That's how you can get like all the Chaos Emeralds, so you can do a special stage at the end of 3. Like kind of like supercharges it. And I remember like Sonic 3 had a save feature. So you could even use the Sonic 3 save feature like on Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I know you can get collections where you can get the version of it that's Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I think it was Sonic Origins that was released. You get to play all these games, but yeah. So we're talking about the 3 Sonic games, and now we're talking about the 4th Sonic game. But technically, this is 3.5. This is Sonic 3.5 or something. It's not technically 4. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Oh, hey, let's. Hey, the stick game on here. Whoa, whoa, oopsie, oops. Whoa, what did I do? Oh, ooh. Break the thing on it. Sonic 3. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Ooh. Ooh, uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, it didn't come off. It didn't come off. Okay. Well, you kind of want this flap on here to be here so it can close and keep the dust out of there. Yeah, what an interesting looking cartridge this is. Weird setup, but cool. Well, of course, when Sonic and Knuckles came out, it was in a cardboard. They had the cardboard boxes. They no longer had the plastic boxes, which is why I couldn't quite get this as a box. But it wasn't all that expensive to get these Sonic Genesis games. It's really not very expensive at all. Yeah, you can play all these on an emulator, but there is quite something about being able to play Sonic 3 hooked onto Knuckles. I've done it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to do that because I had never really done that before. I'm not really good at getting the Chaos Emeralds. I know that much. Oh yeah, I've never beaten Sonic 2 or Sonic 1. I think I beat Sonic 3 and I beat Sonic and Knuckles. So I feel like the difficulty, I think, started to go down a little bit. And plus, if you get all the Chaos Emeralds, you can like be super. Yeah, once you get like 80 rings, you can turn into Super Sonic or 20 rings or something. You can turn into Super Sonic, and then you're just freaking invincible. So yeah, it's like yeah, it kind of makes it a little easier when you're invincible. In Sonic 1, you didn't really have to get all the Chaos Emeralds, but if you didn't, Dr. Robotnik would laugh at you. In the second game, the problem is, even if you get all the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 2, the final 2 bosses, you don't have access to any rings. You have no rings at all, so you can't activate it. Of course, as I said earlier, Sonic 3 has a save feature, which I guess it doesn't use battery life. I don't really know what it uses. It uses some kind of mystical technology to make it work, I guess. But whatever. Alright, so that was the 3 Sonics and 3.5. Or 4, I guess you can call it. Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I can get a box. I'd love to get like a box for this game, kind of show it off or something. Alright, well. Yeah, And of course, here's the Game Genie. The Game Genie, Mangaloob. I think I remember I had one that had gold-plated plastic on it, but this has like, just yeah, definitely cool to have a Game Genie. That's the biggest thing I missed about not having a physical console is being able to play the Game Genie. Makes playing the game a little bit easier. Well, it's essentially like a Game Shark. This one you can turn on and off. Yeah, this would basically be like an early Game Shark kind of thing. You type in codes and stuff. You put the game up here. There'd be like a special screen where you input the code and then you start the game and then you can use the codes and stuff. I guess you could make your own codes. Like you can figure out how to like change different numbers and stuff in the code so you could slowly like change things or something. Yeah, it's kind of a whole much like DOS code. It's like this whole big thing to learn with this. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, back in the day, you could subscribe to a service and they would send you new Game Genie codes every is it every week or something? Yeah. What we see, and of course, nowadays you can go online and get all the Game Genie codes. Yeah, you can pretty much go online and find all the codes now. So yeah, there's even action replay codes. I think sometimes there's codes that other people have made. So yeah, definitely a cool thing. Let's see, yeah, the code book right here. First couple games, I think. Oh, the Hyperstone Heist is on here. Oh, Ranger X. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Oh, yes, I should also say that there's a thing about Sonic 3. I think that Michael Jackson was going to work on the music for Sonic 3, which is why a lot of the soundtrack, of course, in the original Sonic 3. The new Sonic 3, Sonic Origins, I think some of the songs have been changed because a lot of it sounds like Michael Jackson music. Yeah, a lot of it does. A lot of the soundtracks sound like Michael Jackson music. So, yeah, I guess because of licensing issues, they don't want to do it. And, of course, a lot of the people that were involved in it are gone, so they can't really get the rights for it. So, yeah, like the music on Ice Cap Zone, that has been completely changed. Yeah, anywhere some of the music sounded like Michael Jackson stuff, they kind of changed it a little bit because a lot of the some of the soundtrack on the original Sonic 3 definitely has a Michael Jackson vibe to it. It even kind of reminds people of some of his songs actually. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. Cool. Okay, this has been three, four Sonics, I guess we could say, and the Game Genie. So you didn't know, I'm sure a lot of you know what a Game Genie is, but just to make sure. Yeah, please like and subscribe, as usual. And feel free to leave any comments about how you feel about the Sonic games. I was a Genesis kid, so I definitely. Yeah, Sonic 2. I played Sonic 2 like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, I played Sonic 2 like, my goodness. I think Sonic 2 is the most played video game I've ever had. I were just playing that all the time. I used to play Mega Man on the NES. Yeah, I was playing the NES way until the end of its life cycle. I was playing Mega Man 5, I remember, when I was just a kid. Yeah, because we had a pickup camper, and we could go camping, and I could bring the NES and plug it into the tiny little color television. I could play my Mega Man games. Play some Mega Man games like I used to play Mega Man 5 all the freaking time. Now, I still remember getting a Genesis on Christmas. It was pretty cool. with the Sonic 2 and stuff. So it was kind of cool to finally find Sonic 2. I was like, yeah, I've played Sonic 2 forever. I can play it on emulation, but it's really cool to have some of these games physically. These were games that were a history, you know? It's like it showed Sega. Sega became a force to be reckoned with. And mainly it was thanks to Sonic. It was Sega's major mascot, and still is today. We're still talking about him. He's actually right now kicking Nintendo's butt because he's got his racing game now that's probably going to blow the pants off Mario Kart World. Yeah, Nintendo better be taking note of this. Yeah, whatever. Was it like the dude with the attitude? Isn't that who like Sonic was? I remember I've seen the animated series. I think there was 2 different animated series. So yeah, he's fast. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. Yeah, the fastest thing alive. Yeah. Just feel free to leave any comments about how you have feelings about the Sonic games. This is some of the really classic games from back in the 16-bit era. An era that I fondly miss sometimes. Yeah, it definitely was a cool era. It's like, yeah, I mean, we were eating good back then. It was like Sonic game, Sonic game, Sonic game. Almost continuously, we got a lot of Sonic games. Yeah, now I think Sonic has kind of forgotten its roots a little bit, but yeah, whatever. Some of the Sonic games are hit and miss, but still, he's still a great character. Anyway, I guess this is the E-Man signing off. Catch you guys later. Bye.